In this video, we're going to talk about prime factors. First, before prime factors, we should know something. What is prime? Prime are numbers that only have two factors. What does that mean? Means in the last video, we talked about factors. We said factors are numbers that we are multiplying. So that one means I only have two numbers that I can multiply, which will be equal to 7. I only have 1 times 7, which is equal to 7. I don't have any more multiplication that's equal to 7. So the factors of 7 are 1 and 7. Since we have two factors only, we say 7 is a prime number. What about 19? For 19, same thing. We have only 1 times 19, which is equal to 19. I don't have 2 times any number. For example, 2 times 9 is equal to 18, 2 times 10 is equal to 20. We don't have 19. Since I only have 1 and 19 together that I can multiply, it's equal to 19. The factors of 19 are 1 and 19, and we say 19 is a prime number. Okay. If we only have two factors, we call it prime. Then what if we have more than two factors? If we have more than two factors, we call that number a composite number. Composite numbers are numbers that have more than two factors. For example, 8. Let's check it. I have 1 times 8, which is equal to 8. I also have 2 times 4, which is equal to 8 also. Now, how many factors of 8 do I have? 1 and 8, 2 and 4. So 1, 2, 4, and 8. I have 4 factors. Since I have more than 2 factors, we say 8 is a composite number, not a prime, composite. Okay, now 18, same thing. For 18, I have 1 times 18. Then 2 times 9, which is equal to 18 also. Then 3 times 6. Now, since I have more than 2 factors, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I have 6 factors. I'm going to say 18 is a composite number. This is the only difference between prime and composite. For prime, we have only 2 factors, which it's always 1 and the number itself that we can multiply to get the same number as a product. But for composite, we have more than 2 factors. Okay, now we have something else. Write each number as a product of prime factors. Now we are talking about prime factors. Okay, for prime factors, I want you always, whenever you see write a number as a product of prime factors, always try to use factor tree. Now, what does factor tree means? We take the number, we have 48. We take the 48 and we write it as a product of two numbers. Means we write 2 factors of 48. But when we multiply those two numbers, it should be equal to 48. For example, I'm going to write 6 times 8 because 6 times 8 is equal to 48. Now, I'm going to check the factors. Is 6 a prime number or a composite number? If it's a prime number, we leave it like that. If it's a composite, we still break it apart. Since we know prime numbers means we only have 2 factors, but for 6 we have 1 times 6 and 2 times 3. So we have more than 2 factors. 6 is not a prime. We still break it apart. I'm going to write 2 numbers that I can multiply, which is equal to 6. We write 2 times 3. Now, is 2 a prime number? Yes, because we only have 1 times 2, so 2 factors. And also for 3, we only have 1 times 3. So both of them are prime. But what about the 8? Is 8 a prime number? 8 is not a prime number because we have more than 2 factors. so we break it apart. Now, why am I not writing 1 here? Be careful, don't write 1 as a factor. Why not? Because if you write 1, it will be 1 times 8, and we want to change the number. If I write 1, okay, we established that we are not writing 1 times 8, because we want to change the factor, we want to change the 8. So we will write 2 times 4. 2 is prime, but 4 is not a prime, so we change 4 to 2 times 2. Now, all of them are prime, but what are we writing? We said write the number as a product of prime factors. So we write it as a multiplication. This is first, and only the prime factors. So we said 2 is prime, 3 is also a prime, but 6 is not a prime. So I'm not gonna write 6. And always write the last factors. Now 2 is a prime, but 4 is not a prime. That's why I'm not gonna write 4. 2 and 2, all of them are prime. Now we say 48 is equal to 2 times 3 times 2 times 2 times 2. It's okay if you write any other factors here. For example, you can write 2 times 24, any factors, but as long as when you write them and you should multiply them, it's equal to the same number. And the order of the factors, it's okay if you write the 3 there and the 2 there, as long as we have 1, 2, 3, 4 2's and 1 3. Okay, now the next one is 80. Still, I'm gonna use a factor tree. Try to use the easiest multiplication. The easiest multiplication here is 8 times 10. Now, none of them are prime numbers, so I'm gonna break them apart and write 4 times 2. 2 is a prime, okay, so we don't touch 2 anymore, we leave it, but we change the 4 to 2 times 2. Now this side, all of them are prime, we leave them, and we go to the 10. 10, the easiest multiplication is 2 times 5. Okay, 2 is a prime, 5 is also prime. Since all of them are prime, we say 80 is equal to 2 times 2, then times 2 times 2 times 5. Okay, another example, 70. We break it apart, it's 7 times 10. Now 7 is a prime number already, so we don't touch it because we only have 1 times 7. But 10 is not a prime, we break it apart still, it will be 2 times 5. Now 7 is prime, 2 is also prime, and 5 is also prime. So 70 will be 7 times 2 times 5. Okay, I want you to pause the video and try to do the last one yourself, because I'm gonna do it in 3, 2, 1. Now 36, same thing, we want to write 36 as a product of prime factors, so we have to find prime factors here. Now the easiest one is 6 times 6. Okay, you can also do 2 times 18 or 4 times 9, but I'm gonna do 6 times 6 because the final result will be the same. Now 6 is not prime, we change it to 2 times 3. 2 and 3 are prime, that 6 also 2 times 3. Okay, now all of them are prime, so we only gonna write it as a multiplication. Now 2 times 3 times 2 times 3.